Go on if you must, but I'm going to remain here. For now, at least.
If I want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
It is my hope that by watching these visions, we might learn more about what happened here. And how to return the undead to their rest as well, of course.
Hail!
Sounds like you'll be having some fun of your own. It is my hope that by watching these visions, we might learn more about what happened here. And how to return the undead to their rest as well, of course. Glimmers of the past I spoke of. Hopefully they will help us figure out how to put the Blackroot clan back to rest.
General Malgoth and the rest of the Black Root troops are almost upon us.
Then it's time. Distribute the Nereid elixir and prepare to defend the village against the Black
No,
Root.
that plan is madness!
Silence, Glonia. Our sacrifice today will ensure our sister villages live on.
General Malgoth and the rest of the Black Root troops are almost upon us.
Then it's time. Distribute the Nereid elixir and prepare to defend the village against the Black Root.
No, that plan is madness!
Silence, Glonia. Our sacrifice today will ensure our sister villages live on.
Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take up
Why
arms.
do you command us from the ooze?
A powerful one, unknown to me, has stolen my bow. It invoked the right of theft and commanded we march against the Dominion. Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take up arms.
Why do you command us from the ooze?
A powerful one, unknown to me, has stolen my bow.
What a sacrifice! To think the villagers actually poisoned themselves in order to poison the Blackroot clan. It may be morbid, but it's also brilliant. Of course, that really doesn't help us return the Blackroot warriors to their graves, does it? From what I gathered, one of Naaman's servants has stolen General Malgoth's bow and compels the Blackroot clan to fight by the right of theft. What we need to do is steal the general's bow back, and then we can release him from his vows. We must rely on the scenes of the past. After being poisoned, General Malgoth went to the Nereid Temple. It's likely he died within. I suggest you go in and search for the general's remains. I'll continue searching for clues out here in the forest. Be wary in there. Nereids wield dangerous magic and can never be trusted. It's no surprise they helped the villagers in their suicidal plot. In fact, the Nereids probably consider General Malgoth's bow a prize. They will defend his remains. Desperation turns enemies into allies. The villagers knew General Malgoth and the Blackroot clan were going to attack, and they knew they couldn't win. Likely they asked the Nereids for help, and the Nereids convinced them this was the best course. Of course, Malgoth sought to unite all the Bosmer under his leadership. He led the Blackroot clan to conquer much of Valenwood during the Bosmer tribal wars. Then, one day, they just disappeared. No one knew what happened, until now. The Bosmer have always been free peoples, bound only to the green. Rarely have the tribes united under singular leadership, although for a period many, like Malgoth, tried. Most of the so-called wars were not fought at all, but won by trickery. Yes, General Malgoth had traveled far and wide. He had seen the greatness that comes to those who conquer through military might. That you'd not heard of him is a tribute to the sacrifice of the Verlaine Bosmer. Because it's in their nature. Death amuses them, and all the more when they can manipulate people into bringing about their own demise. As distasteful as it may be, the Nereids are part of the natural order. I just try to stay away from them. As barbaric as it seems, many clans still lived by the old traditions during the Bosmer tribal wars. Mind you, they didn't consume the bodies of the dead because they enjoyed the taste. It was a matter of tradition. Apparently so, though the tactics they embrace sound more like a Nereid plot than something the villagers themselves might have come up with on their own. For General Malgoth, that's apparently the case. For all his ambition, he was still a staunch traditionalist. It's actually quite impressive that his sense of honor remains intact even so many years after his death. I'd say this is a perverted case. The value that Malgoth placed on his bow alone may be enough for him to want it back. Or he may be using the right of theft as a more honorable justification for his new servitude. There was fear in his voice.
Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take up
Why
arms.
do you command us from the ooze?
You would steal that which has already been stolen. Then enter the Shadowwood and seek it, though you will find only death. The bow is a boon to our army. You will not have it.
We're back in the Shadowwood. I had hoped not to visit here again. But if this is where he is holding the General's bow, then it's just as well. We need to find the shade to get the bow back. I don't know. We'll have to search until we find it, though. In the meantime, however, do you recall the glimmers of the past we saw earlier? It seems those spirits are trapped here in the Shadowwood. We should release them. It's the shadow rifts that bind them here. From this side, you only need to touch the rifts to close them. That will release the spirits from their torment and weaken Naaman's grip on this place. If you'll focus on that, I'll search for the shade. Good luck, and see you by the stones.
You will soon join us and fight at Morgoth's side. I hope you've prepared for undeath.
Ifrit smile on you. You closed the rifts that bound us here. You must stop that shade, though. It ceased to do terrible things to Valenwood. Though I have passed on many years gone now, I still consider Valenwood my home. Thank you, and thank you again for releasing us from his grasp. To be pulled back from the rest of death and bound like this, forced to serve such darkness, it was sheer torture. Though we are dead, the people of Verlaine are in your debt. Yes, I suppose there is. I can give you a shield that will protect you from harm while you remain in the Shadowwood. Take it, and my blessing. May Ifra watch over you in this realm and back in the realm of the living. Good luck.
Naaman warned me about you, and I prepared. You will die, and then you will silence.
That was a harrowing experience all around. I'm glad it's over. I hope we have succeeded in weakening Naaman's grasp on Valenwood as a whole. Only one thing remains. We must deal with the spirit of General Malgoth. Yes, and since you have succeeded in stealing it, it falls on you to invoke the right of theft with the General. Whatever you ask him, he will be compelled to do. The compassionate choice would be to release the General and his army, to allow them to return to their rest. But if you prefer, you might ask them instead to turn against Naaman and aid our forces in the fight for Valenwood. The choice is yours.
So it's true then? You have retrieved my bow from the shade? My father told me, you will find your bow in an animal's bone. Before it's even carved, you will see it. Mammoth's tusk. Extraordinarily difficult to make a good bow out of. But it was just like he said. I saw it, and I knew. What do you want? My army is loyal even deep within death, deep within the ooze. They would march against the sun if I commanded it. They will march against Naaman.
So you commanded the General to turn around and fight on our behalf instead? I feel sorry for the spirits of his soldiers that they remain bound here. But at least you were able to free the villagers from the Shadowwood. We've done all we can here, but it's clear that Naaman still seeks to harm Valenwood, so our work is not finished. I suggest we spread out and search for signs of darkness. When Auriel wills it, I am certain the Green will bring us together again. Unless you have questions for me, I will soon be on my way. We should both search the forest for other signs of Naaman's corruption. I fear at some point we will have to confront Naaman himself. A spiritual prison of a sort. Bosmer who break their oath to the Green Pact go there when they die, to reflect for an eternity. There's a place called Owls, where we bring the bodies of Oathbreakers. Some think it's a physical link to the ooze.
Brought hope to the Grey Mire. There is so little for my people. Thank you.
Auriel, grant me strength. I hope you're the one Indenia spoke of. Thank the Eight. The army here is greater than we anticipated. Damn these gates. Damn the corruption. I should be in there, not Indenia. He said you'll be able to pass through. Help him. Stop Naaman. He wasn't wrong. The veiled heritance subjected my brother's body to an unnatural resurrection, as a lich. He has the Staff of Magnus, and is using it to suppress Hectorhaim's necromantic wards and raise an undead army. Very. According to Indaenir, Hectorhaim guards the heart of Valenwood. He believes Naaman is corrupting it, and this corruption turns any soldiers we send forth feral. Indaenir knows more. He waits for you at the gate. Indaenir believes he can enter unharmed, and you as well. I pray he's right. We have only limited understanding of the history. Some time after the passing of the Aeliads, a necromancer or group of necromancers tried to raise an army of the dead. Necromantic wards were put in place, but now Naaman is suppressing them. Even as a lich, I don't believe Naaman is powerful enough to disrupt the ancient wards. Elendari believes it's the Staff of Magnus. We must retrieve the staff and secure it for the Aldmeri Dominion. Some say it once belonged to Magnus, the god of magic himself. Some say it was a gift. Others say it was stolen. Others believe it's a test. It suppresses magic, and it seems Naaman is using it to subdue the wards. I little understand it, but the Bosmer have described it to me as the center of Greenshade. As Naaman is allowed to corrupt it, the forest will die. The Bosmer here would lose their homes and be forced to flee.
While at first we thought only the Bosmer may be affected, we quickly realized the minds of others were in jeopardy as well. Indaenir said, "There is something special about you." We pray he is right. While at first we thought only the...
Be careful in there. No one can say what may lie within. I hope Indaenir is safe.
Ariel watch over you. The Queen, the Main, and Indaenir have all chosen to put their faith in you. I hope they are right.
Indaenir believes he can enter unharmed.
The Eight watch over you. We lost a lot of good soldiers to the corruption. I pray Indaenir is right about you.
Shazar worries for the people here. Main Akuz Ri brought us to learn and assist, but sadly there was nothing to be done.
Kali is but a student of the Main, but this one longs to be inside and undo this corruption.
This isn't the place for Kali and Shazar, so close to this corruption, when they should be learning of their future roles.
Hello.
This one wishes there was more that could be done. Indaenir is certain you're the key.
Indaenir's in there. I hope whatever luck guided you at the pass watches over you now.
Hectorhaim. Lovely, isn't it? Especially with its moat of undead and eerily corrupted trees. As much as I know you want to take a peek inside, as long as those wards are up, no one is going anywhere near it.
Raz wishes he could help. Naaman would not last long.
There's no end to the depravity of their veiled heritance.
When Raz told me about Hectorheim, I couldn't get here fast enough. Now I can't even get inside. To top it off, this vine dusk won't leave me alone. Boys.
Greetings.